What's going on, guys, and welcome to another episode of Loot Chest on Tasty Loot Gaming. Loot Chest is a show where we talk about a random topic on our mind and have a discussion about it. In case you don't know who the fuck we are, my name's Seth.
I'm Josh.
And today on Loot Chest, we're going to be discussing our current game of the year and runner-ups and honorable mentions. And then, yeah, at the end of the year, we'll have an actual game of the year discussion. But this is where we stand now, and we kind of want to see if it changes, if things stay the same. Yeah, by the end of the episode, let us know all what you think. But let's get into it. Okay, guys. So we have our games of the years picked. We have some runner-ups picked, but we're gonna start off with some games that we think should be mentioned, things that should be considered. They're not quite the best, but they're things that we really enjoyed this year. And yeah, let's get to that. What's your first one?
Warhammer End of Times Vermintide. That's probably my top honorable mention.
That almost made my list.
Yeah, it was. It's fun. It's awesome. I mean,
It's dope.
That's pretty. I enjoy it. I do not think it's game of the year kind of material. But
no. Not yet, at least.
But it definitely was on my list.
My reason it's not on my list is I haven't played enough in comparison to other games. I feel like it could be, worth mentioning. And when it comes down to it, it is worth mentioning. The game's awesome. We did what was that? A tasty bit? Mm-hmm. We did a tasty bit on it. Check out the video right here. Chevy, do me a favor. But yeah, it's a good pick. I mean, like, I've considered it, so I guess it is a game worth considering. Mm-hmm. My first one, going way the fuck back earlier this year, Dying Light. Dying Light is a game that I liked way more than I thought I was going to like. Is that on your list?
That was my number 2.
Fucking A.
Dying Light.
Dying Light has the best parkour mechanics I've ever seen in a game. At first, they don't feel that great, but as you unlock all your moves, it just feels so good to fucking be rolling around, to the point where I got the grappling hook and I was almost angry because it was taking away a really fun chunk of the game and making it easier. And then you start using it because of the practicality. But the gameplay, spoiler alert if you haven't played that game, but fuck you.
It's been out since February.
It's been out for a while, yeah. But yeah, it's just a really solid game, really fun. I would play that again like right now. It's just a really, really fucking fun game.
Yeah. I really loved it. It was the controls, like when I first started to play it, I was like, God, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah. They are kind of weird.
Yeah, but like after you get the fucking hang of it, it becomes like just like second feeling. I mean, you realize that the controls had to be that way.
Definitely.
So that you can't parkour correctly and you can't.
Yeah, the jump buttons and stuff were shoulder buttons and shit. But yeah,
so your thumb didn't have to leave the look stick.
Exactly, while you're jumping around and shooting and swinging and shit. So yeah, what's your third one?
Killing Floor 2, probably. Not probably, it was.
Yeah, Killing Floor 2 is also on my list, so I guess we're cutting this quick.
Yeah.
You guys have heard us talk about Killing Floor 2 multiple times. If you haven't, the game's fucking awesome. Why did it make your list?
Just because it's already, when I first bought it, it was already really good. And then of course they added the Bang and whatever pack, Bang and Burn pack, or whatever the fuck it's called.
It just added to it, made it even better.
Yeah, more. And then I read today they're adding another level and another fucking class.
Yeah.
So, which I'm gonna assume is free because they don't really fuck around with stuff like that.
I hope it's free, but even if it's not, I'm gonna go, that sucks, I'm gonna buy it.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it'll be like, oh, that sucks. You know.
I'm like, ah, man.
Yeah.
Here you go. Okay, well, fucking, that's funny. The 2 out of 3 we both had. Can you guess what my next one is? Just to make this fun.
Syndicate or Unity?
No. Grow Home. Grow Home was a huge surprise for me. We played it kind of on a whim, just to kind of check it out for the show, and I fucking loved it. It's a shame how short it is. I want it to go longer. I want more from it. I would love to see a sequel, and I want to see it bigger and better. I want to see more planets, more types of plants to grow, more customization for your, like, you can make the game into such a cool fucking game. It's seriously one of the best platformers I've played in fucking years. And it was like a 2-hour game. Really fucking good. If you did not check it out, go check it out. Highly recommended. All these games, highly recommended, obviously. Does that cut it for us? Like, is that pretty much everything?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, it's actually even going to cut my runners-up short, too.
Really? Okay, we did our games to be considered for the year 2015 so far. Now we're going to do our honorable mentions before we get to our game of the year so far. You went first last time, so I feel like I'm kind of cheating here, but I've played it. And this almost has made my game of the year list, surprisingly.
Black Ops 3 beta?
No.
Oh, really?
Close, though. Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh.
It is the most fun I've had in FPS in years.
Yeah.
Like, flat out. That's not even like a statement. I'm like, well, kind of was. No, it is the funnest I've had in FPS in years. I fucking love the game. I cannot wait for the game to come out. I put more hours into that fucking beta than I put in any beta. Ever.
Yeah.
I played that game for fucking days. I loved it. I love it. I can't wait for the game to come out. Hopefully they don't change a thing. Hopefully they add more. Obviously it was a beta. But I've played it. I really fucking loved it. I'd keep playing what they offered in the beta. Obviously I want more, but like I liked it that fucking much.
Yeah, and it's supposed to even, because there's what, 2 or 3 maps in the beta?
There's 4.
4?
Yeah.
Anyway,
3 or 4. There's not 2.
It's gonna launch with over 20 or something. Like
I am so excited. I'm so excited for that fucking game. There's so many games coming out soon.
I didn't even think about that because I was thinking beta, and
yeah. Well, that's the thing is I've played it. It's not out yet, but it's already on my fucking.
And you've played, yeah. It's not like
I wouldn't be like
I'm gonna put Just Cause 3 on my list.
Yeah, I watched the trailer. I really liked it, so I might as well fucking now. Like I've played the game for fucking hours. Yeah. Like I've really played that game a lot, and based off the content alone, from what I've played already, that alone is on my fucking list of almost game of the year.
Yeah.
So, kind of cheating. I don't give a shit.
Like I said, Grow Home was one of mine.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
You put a lot of the points into perspective.
Yeah.
In the last one, it is literally one of the most just fun, and it's exciting to explore everything and just
procedurally generated, planned that like not really procedural, but you make it and it's different every time.
And you can control everything. The world was really neat. Like you just look up and there's just fucking floating islands you can explore and climb on every single fucking.
The game's charming. The thing that I really loved about it too is I'd played the game before he did, and I loved it. I was really excited for him to play it. And it's funny because typically we'll play the game for about 15, 20 minutes, sometimes 30 minutes. I cut it up. But we actually sat there and beat the fucking game. And it was cool because as we're playing it, I noticed like he didn't want to stop playing the game. So like, you got a game there that's good when like you forget that you're doing it for the show and you're just really just enjoying the fucking video game like you should be.
Exactly. It was just super fun. It was the first game in a long time where exploring was rad again. Like, every huge island had a cave in it, and fucking there's like nothing that really kills you, I mean, other than like that bowl. But I mean, like, it was very peaceful, kind of. You just roam around and just fucking collect crystals and explore.
Definitely.
It's a cool fucking game. Like I don't know, like it didn't make me think at all. Like it wasn't like a mental level, but it was like peaceful.
Okay, so for my last runner-up, what do you think it is?
Phantom Pain.
Yeah.
Mine too.
Oh, okay. I think I know where we're going with this then. Yeah, so Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, is a stellar game and part of my favorite franchise of all time when it comes to video games. It is probably one of the most well-rounded gameplay games I've ever played because everyone can pick it up and play it.
Exactly.
Everyone loves it. It's fucking awesome. The only reason it is not Game of the Year for me so far is because of all the Konami shit that hindered it from being... taking it from an amazing game to like one of the best games I ever played.
Yeah.
Also, as a fan of the series, I don't like. Well, that's a strong way to put it. For that, I'm underwhelmed by the lack of cutscenes. I know people bitched about those before. I really like them. It doesn't make the game bad. Obviously, I fucking loved it. It's almost game of the year for me. But I mean, that would have sent me over the fucking.
That was one of my biggest things too. It seemed like story was very put on the back burner. It seemed like
compared to the gameplay, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
they're definitely focusing more on the gameplay, which is great.
Like, yeah, fun. Well, like I mean, like Metal Gear Solid 4 played perfectly fine. I mean, it wasn't as accessible.
No, fuck no.
As the Phantom Pain is.
It was the best playing Metal Gear Solid. This is beyond that because the way it plays, everyone can enjoy it.
Yeah,
it's
there's
super
literally
accessible.
a piece of anything for everybody.
I watched a thing recently saying too that there's not really a whole lot of variety of mission types in the game, and I thought about it. I was like, holy shit, they're right, and I didn't even notice.
I didn't either.
Which is masterful.
Yeah.
You literally just go in and typically extract people.
Extract someone or blow something
up. Yeah, and you leave. And it's amazing because until they said that, I was like, wow, holy shit, like they're right.
Yeah.
There really is not a whole lot of types of missions in the game, and it's still fun. I would still play the game.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that just is a testament to how good the gameplay is, how fun it is. It doesn't matter that you're doing the same thing over and over again because there's so many ways to fucking do that mission.
Exactly. I mean, it's even fun trying to go out of your box and try to use weapons you never thought you'd use.
We're always unlocking new shit, and they all do like their own thing, and you're just constantly changing a loadout, which is great too. Because a lot of times I just kind of stick with the same shit in games. So I'm like, this works the best for me. In that game, I'm like, I really want to try out that fucking pistol shotgun and just fucking shoot a dude. And I usually like, this is awesome. I love this, and I'm constantly like, I don't know what I'm going to take out there with me because they're so fucking good.
And everything's decent. Like nothing in that game. Like there's weapons I don't necessarily enjoy, but that doesn't mean they suck. It just means that they're not my play style.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you want to just go in and with a fucking grenade launcher with a rocket launcher strapped to your back and a fucking pistol that shoots grenades, then you can. I mean, or if you want to be super sniper fucking stealth master, you can. I mean, you can even fucking customize your guns in that shit.
Yep. And your vehicles, and your fucking walker gear.
The whole tech tree is giant.
Yep.
For every piece of fucking equipment. Like the assault rifle one, huge. SMG, huge. You know, like, there's no shortage of shit to unlock and get in that game.
It's quite the opposite.
Yeah, it was a very, very big and welcome surprise for me. I didn't really pay any attention to what the game was like. I was like, oh, it's fucking Metal Gear Solid. It'll be fun. I mean, I'm like, it's like 4, it'll be whatever. And, not whatever in a bad way, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And, no, it was a blast.
Yeah.
I still think about it, like, right now. I'm like, fuck, I need to go back and keep Mother Base up and fucking...
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of games recently, and I keep wanting to go back and play it, but I've beaten it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. There's so many games coming out soon that, I'll get back to it. I haven't installed it. There's no reason to. I still want to play it. So, but yeah, definitely my number 2 so far of the year. I wish it was my number 1, but number 2 is still really good amongst the fucking shitload of games that come out this year. Yeah. So, let's get to our games of the year so far. Okay, guys, and we're getting to the point where we're going to be talking about our favorite game of the year so far. Game of the year, what do you think, possibly without saying what it is yet, could maybe overthrow it? What's coming out soon? Fallout 4, Black Ops 3.
I could easily go that Fallout 4 route. But
it's got to really nail it.
I don't think it will, yeah.
Because I've said 1,000 times, the game looks awesome, I really enjoy it, but it's going to be another Bethesda game with the same Bethesda features and the same Bethesda combat and all that stuff, which I love, but, it's not going to be like anything new or groundbreaking. It's going to go, holy shit, this is fucking amazing.
Yeah, I don't think nothing really can throw off the game of the year for me now. Because, I mean, like, Fallout 4 is going to be same old. Black Ops 3, same old.
It's going to be dope, but
it's going to be awesome.
I don't think any Call of Duty would ever be on my list.
my game of the year, definitely. Rainbow Six Siege, and then Just Cause 3.
Siege could maybe do it for me, but I don't think so.
Yeah, and just out of those games, because I know that I want those games the most this holiday season, Nothing can. Those definitely probably won't throw, a wrench in my game of the year.
So, let's get to it. What's your game of the year? I already know what it is.
I do too.
I hope you know what yours is.
Yeah. Of course, Witcher 3.
It's my game of the year.
Yeah.
And we didn't tell each other this.
Yeah.
This is all random for us.
Yeah.
We don't ever tell each other stuff like this.
Witcher 3, definitely.
Yeah.
Is the most well-crafted, amazing looking, and detailed game that I've played so far this year.
Yeah.
I think expansion just nailed.
Yeah, you actually play the expansion. I haven't even
more.
fucking beaten the game, and I love it.
Yeah, yeah. You ain't even gotten the second fucking part.
I know.
And it makes the game 100% better.
And it's still really good.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I think just how complete the game is. If you get a game, right, you buy a game, all the games, $60. You pick it up. What game has just content to offer you, a storyline that matters, good polish, just feels complete and just is the total package. And out of all games, I would love to say Metal Gear Solid 5, but it wasn't. Witcher 3 just fucking nailed it. And they gave you the fucking soundtrack to the game and a fucking thank you letter and
stickers and shit.
It's just a fucking like The Witcher 1 and 2 were pretty cool. Everyone loves Witcher 2. I liked it enough. But like I'm not a huge fan of The Witcher. Witcher 3 is fantastic. Like and this is the last one. I don't believe that, but it's the last one. They ended on a great note. Like this cements them as a great fucking developer.
Exactly.
It's a game changer because it literally takes the format that a lot of games have, where you just kind of walk around a sandbox, you do random missions, there's a main storyline quest, but even the side quests are fucking fun.
Exactly. They always gave me a reason to want to play. Like the treasure hunts were fun. The fucking the monster slayings were fun because they're always different.
Oh yeah.
And they always brought in like the champion of that kind of monster in.
And in a time too where games come out like incomplete and all that shit constantly, this game just came out and it just fucking just crushed it. Like it's fucking it worked. Everything was awesome. Like I know on PC people bitch because the graphics weren't that great, but they fucking worked on that. But like it just is the most dedicated game I've played, not in 2015, but in a long time. It just felt like they gave a fuck about the game.
Yeah, and it has some of the most, like, the fucking armor models and the weapon models are some of the coolest I've seen in games. Like, I mean, it's not like MMO crazy where they're fucking the armor is shitload spikes way up here on it. And
well,
shit.
the thing I love about it is it's realistic in its armor sets, but they're also it's a fantasy realm, but it's not fantasy that we're used to. It's not Western fantasy. It's not Tolkien fantasy. It's European fantasy. It's stuff we don't see here that often, and it's so refreshing because there's nothing trying to do the same thing. You have very like Polish-esque armors and just Eastern European style architecture and armor, stuff like that. A lot of the armors remind me of just like old Polish fucking medieval armor with like well, I'm not gonna get into that. Patrick knows what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's just everything about it, as much as it is just a sandbox fantasy game, it has so many things to offer. I know a lot of people also say like Geralt is kind of a flat character, but if you knew anything about the storyline, it's explained why he's like that.
He's a witcher.
Like, he's a witcher, but their emotions are essentially drained from him.
Yeah, he doesn't have any emotion really towards anything. He's just, I mean, he does have a sense of right and wrong.
He just wants to fucking kill.
And, yeah, but like he will.
Make that
I really loved how like set Geralt was in the world. Like he wasn't like some weird chosen one or something like that.
Oh yeah, no,
like,
that's another thing we've talked about before. Yeah,
he's fucking like. People know who he is, of course. He's been across, 6 books and 3 games, or 4 books and 3 games. But like, he's made a name for himself, and people really kind of know who the hell he is. But even Geralt himself, man, he's a badass.
Yeah,
he doesn't take shit from fucking almost anybody. He's just, he was a fun character to play. Like,
I love the information you get too out of the atmosphere of the game too. Like you get the gist that Witchers are people who do things for money, and some people kind of disrespect that, but other people are just like, hey, I know you fucking do this kind of shit. Here, I got money. Fucking go do this, and they go do it because that's what they do. I also love like the prejudice against them because people aren't used to them. They think they're weird. Obviously,
freaks,
they are.
yeah.
I love how Geralt, like you said, is not the chosen one. I actually love that because that's such a fucking cliche in gaming. It's not really a big deal, but it's refreshing. But also, I love how well versed Geralt is in the world. He doesn't seem like this dude who's always like, oh, what is that thing? He's just like, that's a blah, blah, blah. I need to do this. And not in a way like, I fucking, like, I know how to fucking, like, just win instantly. But, like, he has the tools and the know-how to go about the situation where you feel like he's the dude for the job. He's the reason.
The motherfucker is like a walking beast diary.
Yeah.
And, like, and yeah, and you're right. And he's not like... He's not like, oh, that's a blah blah blah. If I do this and this and this, I'm gonna win. But it's always like
they're sensitive to this. They like this.
Like he always talks about like, yeah, you're right. It's not how to win. It's how to gain the upper hand.
He has the know-how and the tools to get the advantage because that's why normal people aren't fighting these fucking things.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they don't know anything about them.
And that's why Witchers are. And like
exactly.
And it really drives the point home in that game that Witchers aren't just like swordsmen that just go around just destroying shit.
Yeah.
They're well versed and they're fucking educated in the world and its things and they're how to brew potions that are only Witchers can use and shit like that. God damn, that game is awesome.
It's really good. If I had the time to play it, I would.
Plus 16 free
yeah.
DLCs came out.
If we're talking about best developer of 2015, fucking CD Projekt Red fucking got it a while ago.
And then of course it was $8 or something like that. I paid $8 for the fucking expansion.
Yeah.
And it was pure and unadulterated fun. And it
10
was
hours of content, new shit,
completely brand new story that I didn't think I'd ever see, and it was really fucking cool.
And the next one's supposed to be like 20 hours.
Yeah, and that one I think adds a whole new place too.
Yeah,
that's like their blood moon of fucking.
Dude, and that takes me back, man. That's fucking. Those are the days where
what expansion should fucking be, man.
So I mean, like. CD Projekt Red fucking just gave a shit about their game, made a great product that everybody loves who played it. They're supporting it like a motherfucker. They respect the fan base. Yeah, I don't think there's any other game that can even stack up as much as I could even try and like you said, I don't think anything's going to take that spot because they got some fucking big shoes to fill.
Mm-hmm. Big time. Yeah, and I guarantee you, you know, and fucking, you can crucify me later, but like, I guarantee you that Fallout 4 isn't going to come close to that.
No.
Its quest design is Bethesda. It's not thought out.
I left my hat back in that old fucking station.
Yeah, and then you walk in there, it's full of ghouls you have to kill, and then you grab the fucking hat and
one's
bring it back.
Hey.
Fetch quest. That's one thing, and that's something that Witcher 3, I think, has. But it's done in such a fucking a storytelling way that you don't even see it as that.
No, the story in every side quest is so intriguing that like it doesn't even matter. It's less, hey, go fucking do like the first side quest I did in Witcher 3. I've talked about it many times. The guy sends you to get rid of that ghost. You got to investigate the area, figure out why the fuck it's there.
Yeah, and his sick daughter needs fucking...
Yeah, and then you, at the end, can decide to just let him keep the money or fucking... or not the money, the thing he gives you.
It's like a ruby or something like that?
Yeah. There's just all these intriguing choices you can make based off morality and stuff like that. And it's not like a system where like, well, there's the good thing and the bad thing you can do. You can either punch him in the dick or give him $1,000.
Yeah, and the weird thing is, like, the game doesn't judge you at all. Like, whatever you fucking choose, it's the only.
But Geralt's not a character that you can really look at and be that simplistic about.
Yeah,
you're like, Geralt's a really good fucking guy, or Geralt's the fucking anti-hero. Yeah. Geralt is just a dude that's essentially fucking. He's got his own priorities. He knows who the fuck he is, and he just kind of rolls with it. Like,
and he's capable.
yeah,
There's
absolutely.
literally not one time in that whole game where they made Geralt look like defenseless or helpless or
Yeah.
fucking something.
But he's not
like that.
also like the fucking end all be all fucking shows up and like, oh god, Geralt's
Yeah.
here.
No. And then that's the thing.
He
It's
still like works for.
they
He has
know
to
he's a
investigate,
badass, but
yeah.
that motherfucker is still human.
Yeah.
I mean, or still can be killed with a fucking sword to his chest
Well,
or something like that. I mean,
in every investigative quest, which is a lot of them, there's this whole process to it. You believe this guy is only finding out what the problem with the situation is based off of his ability to find evidence or track people, find things, and just kind of you get kind of caught up in the build up to where it's going to resolve, like the werewolf mission. I thought it was a really cool one that I played. Because there was this whole build up to it. Once you got to the end, there's more to it than just like there's this guy who's killing. Like in a Bethesda game, I'm not trying to compare the two, but it's one of the only games you can compare it to is like a Skyrim. In that game, it'd more be like, oh, there's a werewolf going on killing people. Go take care of it. You go to a cave and he's just there, and he fucking runs and you kill him, and then you go through and loot the fucking cave and you leave. In like The Witcher, you go to the town, you're fucking talking with everyone. There's multiple dialogue paths. You investigate into the woods and find all this stuff. There's a lot of dialogue to it, and it just builds up to the point where you find this dude and where he lives, and you wait for him to come down. You fight him, and then you find out why he's been doing what he's doing, and you can allow him to kill that bitch, or you can just kill him.
yeah.
And at the end of it, I was like, man, that was a fucking good story, and that was just
Exactly. It was like
one quest.
It's like little tiny tales in a giant storybook. So I mean, there's so many little like
that could have been a whole movie.
exactly.
That one storyline.
Yeah. This isn't really spoiling anything, but like
That was a spoiler. It was a side quest. So whatever.
yeah. You walk into this one bitch's house and there's like a girl sick on the bed, and
You walk in this one bitch's house. She was such a bitch.
she's an apothecary.
Yeah, sounds like a bitch.
And you walk in there, and there's this girl sick, and you're like, well, what's wrong with her? And she's like, oh,
She's a bitch.
the griffin like hit her, and she fell to the ground, and she fucking pretty much like cracked her head open. And it's like she only has like a fucking matter of time because she's bleeding from the brain kind of thing. And Geralt's like, well, Witcher potions heal bleeding like that, but she can either go one of two ways. She'll either fucking die an agonizing fucking death, or be healed.
Yeah, I
And,
remember requests like that. I don't know if it was that one though.
Yeah, and then I chose to heal her.
Yeah.
And then literally hours down the road in the game, in a whole nother part of the fucking game, this guy walks up. He's like, hey, are you fucking blah, blah, blah? And the girl's like, yeah.
You Gerald?
And he's like, Arabia. And Geralt's like, yeah, I'm Geralt, whatever. And then the dude's like, you gave my girlfriend a potion to fucking heal her. And like, it healed her, but she was mentally disabled. And
Damn.
He's like, and he's pissed at you because like you robbed him of his love, but he still has, but she's not dead, so he can't just move on.
Because he cared about her, yeah.
Yeah, so she's like just kind of just shuffling around, not really knowing what's going on.
See, that's a deep fucking ending to that.
I felt fucking
There's
bad,
multiple
man.
levels,
Like,
yeah. Because you
I was like,
saved her,
God
but at what cost?
damn it, yeah, exactly.
So, okay, guys, we're gonna just cut it there because we could talk about The Witcher 3 for fucking ever. So that definitely supports our game of the year so far. For fun, we're gonna give honorable mention to our biggest disappointments of 2015 so far. We're gonna do one apiece. Doesn't necessarily mean the game is horrible, just something that, I mean, this was a really good year for gaming, so it's actually kind of hard for me to find a game. But I have one, and yeah, what's yours?
Destiny.
Was that 2015?
The game didn't come out in 2015, but all
Uh-huh.
the expansions did come out in 2015. And
Have you
I
played
was-
the expansions? Okay.
I played House of Wolves.
Okay.
But yeah, as a whole, the game was disappointing to me.
I started out loving that game, and they didn't do anything with it.
Exactly.
There's so much potential, and they didn't realize it. And any other developer, you could go, well, you know, blah blah blah, but fucking it's Bungie.
Yeah, no shit. Get it together.
And they got that fucking blank check, man. They could just go crazy.
Backed by Microsoft Studios, yeah, or by Microsoft. So
Activision, I thought, or EA.
It might be Activision.
It's one of the two.
Anyway, yeah, like that was supposed to be like the money hoard. Because, I mean, it fucking cost.
Well, actually, a thing just came out saying that Destiny on, I believe, PSN is the most sold DLC game out there. It has made the most money on PSN than any other game when it comes to microtransactions.
Yeah.
So it's definitely making them money because it has very basic MMO
Aspects.
mechanics. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get that. I think it's kind of a stretch because I haven't played the expansions, but mine is not necessarily like a bad game. I did like it. But out of all the games that come out this year, it is the only one that I'm like apprehensive about. Like I don't think I would recommend it to people, and it's the Order 1886.
Yeah.
So I went ahead and gambled on this game, paid the $60 for it because I like technology and shit like that. So like I watched the videos of the game. I'm like, this is a gorgeous looking game. If it's a basic shooter and it looks that good, I liked the whole steampunk. Time era horror theme, so I knew what I was getting into essentially, and I got it and I played it, and the whole time I'm just super fucking impressed with the way it looks. It's so fucking good looking. It's stupid, and I do like the story. I like everything about it except for the gameplay. The gameplay is not bad, but it's not good, and it's only okay if I was playing like a PlayStation 2 game.
Yeah.
That's how dated the gameplay is. There's no sense of progression when it comes to gameplay outside of the storyline, which is horrible of me to say it that way, but I mean that's just how it is nowadays. There's nothing that was like challenging. It's very much you go into an area, get like fucking kill box, Gears of War type thing. The guns are neat, but that game is just a visual showcase of what can be done, not only on console, but just in general, graphically. It is I don't know how the hell they made that game. I don't know how the hell they put it on a PS4. It is fucking gorgeous. I don't regret buying it, but it's not a game I would fucking tell someone to buy.
Yeah.
If someone's like, what'd you think of that game? Do you think I should get it? Yeah, if it's on sale, and if you are just really into fucking graphics, and like just experiencing something in a great like visual way is enough for you, then yeah. But other than that, gameplay wise, it's not there. Most people will not enjoy it.
Yeah.
And that's why it's probably my biggest disappointment in 2015, because it's in no way a great game or a good game. It's just a really cool fucking visual experience.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's. I actually haven't played it, so I wouldn't know.
We'll have to do a just the tip for you. But that's gonna do it for this week's Loot Chest. It was a long episode, but
thanks for sticking with us.
I think it was a good topic, and we will be revisiting it very soon in December when all the games have come out, and we can see if it still stacks up. If it does, if our lists stay the same, it'll probably be a short episode.
Yep.
But if not, we'll have stuff to talk about. But as always, thank you for watching Tasty Loot Gaming. We appreciate all the comments, likes, subscribes. Make sure to check us out on Tumblr and Twitter, Tasty Loot Gaming. Check us out on Twitch. We stream pretty regularly. That's Sleep Division, all one word. And yeah, until the next episode, which will be Tasty Tuesday next week, my name's Seth.
I'm Josh.
And yeah, we will see you then. Have a good weekend, guys, and take it easy.